Attention all wildlife lovers, get ready for some shocking moments as we dive into the electrifying encounters of animals with the dangers of man-made electrical structures. Join us as we explore the tragic tales of creatures who've gotten too close to the wires. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Let's begin. A wildcat known as a caracal gets lost in the city and is found perched on top of an electrical pole. While it's up there, an employee from the electric company steps in to rescue the cat. Using a long stick, he gently prods the cat to encourage it to climb down. Even though the cat is frightened, after a few nudges it starts descending, clinging tightly to the pole. The dangerous part begins here, but fortunately the caracal makes it safely to the ground. Stray cat. We see a stray cat on top of an electrical pole. The cat flips backward and falls towards a crane there to help. Just as the crane operator starts lowering it, the cat leaps to a roof and disappears from view. Whether this backflip was due to an electric shock or excitement is unclear, but if it had been shocked, it probably couldn't have jumped onto the roof. A cat seems aware of the electric fence, moving slowly and cautiously to cross to the other side. Just as it's about to succeed, it gets shocked and panics. Luckily, it jumps to the other side, not back into the fence. Goats. We see one goat touching an electric fence, immediately jumping up from the pain and starting to run around. It must be hurting a lot. Another white goat walks calmly near an electric fence, having previously jumped over an old one, not realizing the new one is electrified due to a nearby highway. The goat learns the hard way that the fence is electrified. Goat hanging from electric wire. A goat is hanging from an electric wire. People try to rescue it by first holding out a ladder, which doesn't work. Then they loop a rope around its legs and pull it down, successfully rescuing it. The goat had jumped from a truck and got its horns caught on the wire.
Monkeys. A monkey performing acrobatics on an electric pole risked its life. On reaching a third wire, its body catches fire, leading to a fatal fall, possibly marking its last adventure. This is a tragic intersection of wildlife and human technology. Another monkey, driven by curiosity or perhaps necessity, comes into contact with electric traps. The moment it touches one, electricity courses through its body, delivering an immediate and harsh shock, highlighting the dangers these animals face from human-made obstacles. Snail and slug, in a slow-motion battle, despite its methodical and careful approach, the moment it touches the wire, it's met with an electric shock that sends it recoiling. Not to be outdone in misfortune. Snake, a gigantic snake, perhaps in search of prey or a safe shelter, decides to climb an electric pole. Such snakes, adapting to environments not naturally suited for reptiles, attempt to navigate these structures. As a local shopkeeper or passerby tries to coax the snake down, there's a risk of the snake touching either the pole or the electric wires, potentially leading to an electric shock. This incident highlights the perilous intersections between wildlife and human-made structures. A snake, driven by its predatory instincts, scales an electric pole in pursuit of a bird perched high above. However, its chase ends abruptly when it touches the electrified wires, receiving a shock that sends it plummeting down. This unfortunate event serves as a stark reminder of the dangers that urban structures pose to wildlife. A leopard, renowned for its climbing prowess, ventures beyond its natural habitat by scaling an electric pole. This choice leads to a tragic outcome as the leopard experiences the lethal force of electricity, ultimately losing its life. In an Indian village, the sight of the leopard hanging lifelessly from the pole becomes a somber testament to this encounter, with its death captured on record, underscoring the deadly interaction between wildlife and human-made hazards. In nature, we do not see the full measure of humanity until we recognize the impact of our actions on all living beings. A young leopard, exploring its surroundings, becomes entangled with an electric fence meant to keep wildlife at bay. Curiosity leads the cub to this dangerous barrier, where it inadvertently touches the electrified wires. The shock it receives is a harsh lesson in the boundaries set by human and nature's interaction. This incident serves as a poignant reminder of how our attempts to manage wildlife can have unintended, tragic consequences for the innocent and curious. In nature, we do not see the full measure of humanity until we recognize the impact of our actions on all living beings. A wild horse, unfamiliar with the world of electric fences, experiences its very first shock shock upon touching one. Its reaction is a startled jump, less dramatic than what the owner might have anticipated, suggesting perhaps a mild shock or the horse's quick reflexes. This brief encounter appears to be enough to teach the horse a lesson about the boundaries set by humans. Every fence we erect in nature teaches us about the delicate balance between control and coexistence. Among the birds perched atop an electric pole, one unfortunate soul gets shocked and tumbles to the ground. The person capturing this moment approaches the fallen bird, finding it unconscious but still alive. After a few tense seconds, the bird miraculously regains consciousness and flies away, narrowly escaping what could have been a tragic end. This incident serves as a vivid reminder of the hazards modern infrastructure poses to wildlife. A bear, driven by the irresistible aroma of honey, ventures too close to electric wires in its quest for a sweet reward, receiving a shocking lesson instead. In another scene, a different bear, navigating its way down from an electric pole, encounters an unexpected jolt, leading to a sudden faint, demonstrating ingenuity. Yet another bear tries to bypass the problem by digging under an electric fence to access food, only to be met with another shock, showing that even clever strategies can lead to unforeseen dangers. These stories illustrate the dangerous interactions animals have with man-made electrical structures, reminding us of the perils wildlife faces due to human infrastructure. They underscore the urgent need for a harmonious coexistence where we reconsider our impact on the natural world, ensuring that our advancements do not come at the expense of the creatures we share this planet with. Each incident is a stark reminder that nature's inhabitants are not always prepared for the hazards we inadvertently place in their paths. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below to join our community in raising awareness about wildlife conservation and challenges posed by human development. Your interaction can make a difference.